Is the Resident Evil 6 film 4K Steelbook box set, everything else you want to say under the sun, worth buying? Find out right here. This beautiful, stunning Resident Evil 4K Steelbook collection is out November 21st. We've got an early copy here, and let's say, it's safe to say, folks, that this, if you're a big fan of it, is it worth buying? Let's find out when we go through all of it and unbox this thing. So, just looking at it first off, this is a stunning set that is also not a fingerprint magnet. I was worried when I saw the case and all of that this would be really fingerprint heavy, and looking under the light here, not very fingerprint magnety at all. That's a good sign. The other good sign is that the box is in stunning condition. It did not get destroyed in the mail. All of the steel books look nice. This kind of packaging for a box set is pretty damn snazzy, especially when you consider something like the Friday the 13th box set or the Halloween box set, where the discs just go in, or the cases just go in and touch each other here. With steel books, people that collect them, they want them to be as pristine as possible. You don't want them to be destroyed. So you get some nice thick padding in between all of them here that keeps them looking nice and beautiful. So let's go through and look at all of these and check out the special features and everything. So these are all in 4K, Resident Evil, the Resident Evil movies. And you can see inside we've got the 4K and the Blu-ray and then all of the movies here. This also has the digital codes for them inside as well. You guys don't get to see that because I kind of need those. But then we've got Resident Evil Apocalypse here with just some absolutely marvelous artwork everywhere. Love these movies or hate these movies. You know, if you're a physical media fanatic, you've got to give it up for this box set. There's Resident Evil Extinction, all of which with Mila Jovovich all over it, you know, adding to the stunningness of this. But look at that for the third film here. We've got Resident Evil Afterlife, and there's her with her slick back hairstyle and that leather outfit that she wears in this film. These movies, you know, I think that these movies are kind of due for a bit of a reinterpretation by horror fans. Obviously, they're not perfect. Here is Resident Evil Retribution. But this series in general, you know, seeing some of the other Resident Evil stuff that's come out, it might not be perfect with, you know, the adaptation of the films or anything like that, but and here's the final chapter, which ended up being the final chapter for this. It was crazy. There's Friday the 13th, the final chapter, and Freddy's dead, and Jason goes to hell and all that. This is actually the final chapter. It's crazy. They actually stuck to that. And this box set, it carries over some of the extras from Blu-rays. Here's some of the extras that we get on disc. You get the 4K, you get Dolby Atmos on, or Atmos, however you want to pronounce it, on Resident Evil 1. You get it on Resident Evil Extinction. You get it on Resident Evil Afterlife. That's with 5.1 audio. You get it with Resident Evil Retribution, and you get it with the final chapter. And the final chapter comes with 7.1 audio. And also, you do get 4K resolution with Dolby Vision. You get the Blu-rays. The final chapter here has some newly added special features. You get directing the final chapter, Rolla as Cobalt, From Saints to Sinners, and From Script to Screen, The Making of Resident Evil, the final chapter. So that's really nice. You get some new special features on this release. And then you also get plenty of ported over special features from those Blu-ray releases. I know there is a nice Blu-ray box set of these movies as well. It's really cheap. So if you don't want to get the 4Ks, you don't want to spend up for the steelbooks, just get that box set, folks. It has most of the extras that you're going to get here. You don't get the 4Ks, obviously, but, you know, if you're not in the mood for 4Ks, you're not in the mood for 4Ks. And then you've just got a pile of extras here and just 6 movies that might not be your cup of tea, but they are nice little action horror romps. And they tell a cool story. It's, you know, it's not perfect Resident Evil, but it tells a cool enough story. This specific box set, if you can get your hands on this one, I would say go for it. It seems like it's very well worth the price of admission. These movies have been on 4K. They've been on Blu-ray, so you're really getting it for the snazzy packaging here. And that packaging, as you can see, is just absolutely magnificent. You get the top there and everything. These movies in 4K and this packaging is also just stunning. And then you can check out the back here of the J card, the tremendously large J card on this release. But let's see if, yeah, you just get plenty of special features, you know, 4K SteelBooks, and just, they look stunning. They look amazing. This looks amazing on your shelf. You know, it's going to fit right somewhere, wherever the rest of my box sets go, but you can't go wrong if you love this series. If you want to check out this series, grab this release, and you'll have yourself a cool little SteelBook surprise. If you don't like this series, I don't know, you don't like the series, you don't like the movies, don't buy it. But if you like these movies, you kind of need this one. If you're a physical media enthusiast, a physical media freak like me, you kind of need these. And that's really all you can ask for. It's nicely housed. I know buying this might be a little tricky for shipping, and then also just if they do fall out, it does come wrapped in plastic. So that's the only downside to this kind of packaging, is that they do all kind of fall out if they aren't held in place. So that's a little bit of a quibble, but that's with most of these SteelBook box sets, unlike, you know, the Transformers one, which is somewhere around here. You can check out my video about that here. But you can't really go wrong here. Got to get these. Get yourself some Resident Evil movies in time for the new year. Time to spend, because Halloween never stops around here on my channel. But if you like this video about horror box sets and you want to see more, I'm moving the chair over, folks. Check out this video on all the best horror box sets I own in my collection, and you can check it out right now.